Hello, everybody. This is Lisa from Kindness and Light. And today I kind of want to say something that really bothered me. Um, I love this person to death. She's a very good person. And the people that have commented on her site are very good people. In fact, I learned a lot from them. But the topic was about um, the topic was about bootlegging decks. Now, I am a poor person. I live on a fixed income. I'm not ashamed to say that. I am disabled and I pay my bills monthly. So I would rather spend. I see their point of view and I see my point of view. I would rather spend less money on a deck of cards than and be able to afford some toilet paper or bread or food than spend $80 or $50, $30 even, $20 even on a deck of cards that come from the original artist. Now, I understand that financially they're right. Monetizing is right. They get the money because they are the original people. When you buy cards like I do from Temu and places like that, they get the money. And it's counterfeit because they just duplicate it. But see, my point is the fact that it's just comes down to that. It's just who gets the money. Does the original artist get the money when you spend $80, or does the team, the people from Temu who have the counterfeit decks or whatever they want to call them, do they get the money? It's all about who is the reader. The reader is the one who is bringing out these messages. It's not the piece of paper that it's written on. It's It's duplicated. Decks are duplicated and made from a machine. It's not like the person who wrote them or illustrated them or anything like that is getting their magic or their mojo or whatever you want to call it on these decks. It is all about the money. Now, I understand that, but there are rules to plagiarism and things like that abide. Now, as far as that goes, you can change one little thing, and it still can change the whole thing. Yes, some of them don't have books, but they're about exactly the same thing, except maybe they're smaller. Or I like the smaller decks because I have arthritis so bad I can't hold on to a large deck. I can't shuffle a large deck. I can't, I shake so bad that it's easier for me to hold on to a smaller deck. So these bootlegging decks, as they call them, are a lot better for me because I need that. I need that, smaller deck for my hands. People shouldn't be made. I don't know how the correct word. People shouldn't feel guilty for buying these bootlegging decks because some of us aren't as rich as others. Some of us aren't capable of holding on to those bigger cards. Some of us aren't. It's not like it's not like we are disrespecting the original writer. You buy a generic form of toilet paper or cereal and it tastes the same and you use it the same, right? Should you feel guilty because you bought that generic form of cereal? Why? It's just a replica of the original cereal. Like, let's say I bought a generic form of Fruit Loops. Holy cow. Should I feel guilty because I bought the cheaper box of Fruit Loops than, the generic Fruit Loops? Or the more expensive $5 a box cereal for the same amount? $5 box of Fruit Loops with the toucan on it. No. But yet, there are some people in this community, in the tarot community, that make others feel bad about buying these cheaper decks because we can't afford the more expensive ones. And it doesn't make me, and I'm going to say me, any different of a reader than you are. You may be more experienced in it and everything, but the message comes out the same. The message is from you, not the cards, not the writers, not the people who make the art. It is coming from you. So you can use a regular set of playing cards, or you can use counterfeit cards, or you can use the original cards. It's all the same message. Or you can, it all comes down to money. Who gets the money? Right? Who gets the money? That's it. Who gets the money? So the person who originally made it, let's say, has a 10 times more write-up on it, or the counterfeit, excuse me, my cat wants to get into view, or the counterfeit ones you can get for $3, $4, and I would probably get knocked out of the tarot community, but I'm just honest. I've always been an honest person, and I always will tell you honestly on my site. I'll probably lose some subscribers, but that's the way I am. And a lot of people I know, I've lived poor my entire life. I'm sorry, I don't have money. I'm not sorry I don't have money. I have everything I need in my life. I have my health of my ones that I love. I have a roof over my head and food in my stomach. And that is what life is about. It's not about a $70 deck of cards that's written on the same cardboard piece of paper that you get. Deck paper or whatever it's called. That's what makes the difference. It's whoever gets more money in their pockets, right? So, like I said, wouldn't you buy a cheaper version of something? Or would you buy a expensive version of something just because it was written by the original person that made it and put it through the copy machine and made several hundreds of decks to be sold at an expensive price? I'm sorry. Like I said, I adore these people that have written about this and has commented on it, and I admire them and I respect them, and everybody has the right to their opinion, including the ones that can't afford these more expensive decks. As you can see, I don't have a fancy studio. I sit in my recliner most of the time, and I do my videos here behind me, and everything you see, the tapestries behind me, are $5, $5 throughout my house. I shop at the Dollar Tree. I am not a snob. I am a poor person who Even if I had millions of dollars, I still wouldn't buy something like that because I've lived my life poor. I know what it's like to live like this. And that is what life is about. And that is what life, people have to understand that. So don't make people feel bad because they buy the cheaper decks. Don't make people feel guilty because they buy cheaper decks. That is your opinion. You have the money. It's your money to do whatever you want to do with it. That is great. I have my money. And my money is precious to me because, like I said, I have a roof over my head. I have food in my stomach. And I have the health and safety of my family that I love. And those that I love. And that is what is important. It's not who gets the most money. So if you want to spend 10 times more money on a deck and have 100 decks or whatever, that is your money to spend. If I want to spend my money on a cheap deck that does the same thing as yours does, then I'm going to spend my money like that. Because I find it that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. So I may have 10 decks now because I went to places like Temu and bought them off of there. And they may be, as you call it, bootlegging or whatever, decks. But they work the same. So please, that's my rant for the Friday. I'm sorry that, like I said, I love these people. They're a great community and everything, and it's their voice and their opinion, and they are right to all of that. But so am I. I have the right to speak up to those like myself who can't go out and buy fancy decks or more expensive decks. Can't go out and buy the originals because we are the generic Frootloops. I'm kindness and light, and please share your kindness and shine some light on those that are in the dark. Peace.